This is one of my all-time favorite Lego sets. Lego Studios was a short-lived sub-theme, sort of a combo between movie editing software and, well, Lego bricks. Featuring none other than, well, my favorite director of all time, Steven Spielberg. Yes, the biggest set of them all actually introduced a, let's see, because there's a small booklet included. It says here set 1349 was the Movie Maker set, which came with a small USB webcam, as you can see here, and the as you can see here, a sort of a Lost World-esque scene, so falling buildings, a huge T-Rex a huge T-Rex leg or foot, and a chase scene. No Julianne Moore and or Jeff Goldblum, but the idea was there. And of course there were also some smaller sets. So there was a helicopter set, a bank, an exploding bank, so thieves robbing the bank, a stunt car, another big dinosaur. Here you could recreate the Jurassic Park close-up of the T-Rex. A sort of an Indiana Jones riff, which is funny because of course Spielberg did co-create Indiana Jones, yet they didn't have the apparent rights at the time. Lego Indiana Jones would not come out until 2008. Then the set we have here, and the smallest of them all was just the cameraman. Yes. And here's some all other, it's always fun to look at vintage Lego commercials. So here's some knights that are no longer around. Arctic, which I really never knew even existed. They had another Arctic sub-theme just a few years ago, 2020 or 2019. And even the Lego software, which also surprised me. Apparently there was a Lego Friends software with, well, little girls, and this is also at least a decade ahead of the eventual Lego Friends sub-theme. So yeah, quite cool. Now, what does, or why do I like this small set so much? Because of course this was the cheapest way to actually get Steven Spielberg, my favorite director of all time. This was, as you can see, €4.99, or let's say the equivalent of $4.99. But there was first a yellow discount, which was a 20% discount, and then a red discount on top of it, which was a 50% discount. So in total, I paid just €2.50. Great stuff. Now, what's included? I'm that kind of nerd that I even kept my plastic bag. So there's a stuntman that attempts to jump over some fire. So this is a backdraft inspired scene. So let's see, does this still work? Woo! It does. And here's the greatest director of all time. Yes, a great likeness. This is really a good Spielberg. Love the fact that he has his clapperboard, which even claps. Yes. And his megaphone, which he never uses, I think. Well, the megaphone always reminds me of Joel Schumacher. You might have heard the funny George Clooney anecdote. Your parents are dead, you're rich, action. No hair. But this is really a excellent Spielberg likeness, and he even has a name tag. What would have completed the Spielberg was, or would have been a, man can't see anything, would have been a viewfinder. Yes, so instead of a megaphone, Spielberg needs a viewfinder, because that's how he always frames his shots, or at least prepares his shots, because he likes to close one eye and then he sort of imagines the frame, what the eventual audience will see. So that's how Spielberg has been doing it for well, more than 40 years. what was his first feature? 71 dual. So yeah, 52 years actually, to be precise. And this year, Lego has introduced a Walt Disney minifigure to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the Walt Disney Studios. Rest assured, that's a minifigure I really need. Now, sadly, it's only included in a $100 Lego set featuring a very cool 35mm camera and Minnie and Mickey, and I think even Oswald the Lucky Rabbit is included. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, you need to shell out $100 for Walt Disney, and I'd really love to put him next to Spielberg Lego. So I'm really hoping that Lego will come to its senses and also release a smaller and or more affordable set with Walter Elias Disney. But that remains to be seen. As it stands, this set from, what was it, 2001? Yeah. Great stuff, great stuff. I love this Lego. Well done. Great job, you Danish chaps.